Hello, beautiful people, beautiful beings. This is Lana, the CEO of Get Lucid with Lana, and I'm so excited to be here with you all today to talk about reverse engineering your goals and reaching them faster. As always, let me know if you're tuning into this live. Give me a hashtag live. If you're watching this on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. If you're watching it as a recording, just say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I love seeing everyone all around the world. So, as we're getting started with this, I want you to just start really embodying these new practices for yourself. Lean in to trust transformations that are maybe already taking place, even subconsciously or unconsciously. Just sit up as you're watching, a little bit taller, drop your shoulders, smile, relax, any tension in the face, let go of that. I want you to start thinking about how would your posture be if you were showing up to this, watching this, when your dreams were already a complete reality, if everything was coming to fruition for you. Can you visualize yourself as that person, that version of you? You probably wouldn't be just like hunched over a laptop. You'd have a presence, you'd have an energy to you. You would maybe feel a little bit of that coming in for you now as we're talking about this. And I want you just to breathe a little bit of that version of yourself in more today. So just take a deep breath in, maybe the deepest one that you've taken so far, and just feel that energy of this version of you that you're growing for yourself, just shivering and vibrating a little bit as you feel it start to run through your veins. And then just take a breath out and just sink into that part of you a little bit deeper today. I recommend, if you don't already do this during your day, if you aren't already actively helping yourself to begin to start changing and altering that frequency that you live at on a day-to-day basis, that you need to start implementing small changes like this. Don't underestimate how the small, simple, often overlooked practices are what lead up to those huge breakthroughs. So keep yourself laser focused on that path, on the way to manifesting your dreams. I have a little bit of an example of this for you. So I'm coaching inside of the Lucid Entrepreneur Lab. It's the winter 2021 cohort right now. And I am technically the first and primary testimonial of the course itself. The entire concept of the lab is that you can use lucid dreaming to do that deep inner work, to break through some of those blockages, to manifest your wildest dreams at an accelerated rate. And of course, it wouldn't make sense for me to coach on these things unless I was actual proof of it. Well, now that I've published the world's first scientific paper on lucid dreaming for healing, transformation, and treating depression, and since, because this is something that was initially a dream of mine, I experienced the Lucid Entrepreneur Lab within a lucid dream. I awoke from the dream with the knowledge for how to create it, and it's now the #1 course in the world for lucidity and entrepreneurship, cultivating a multiple 6-figure, going on 7-figure business for me in my 20s. So I feel like I am qualified to talk about these concepts, to coach on these concepts. This is not just random woo-woo spiritual info that I'm pulling out of my ass, right? There's actually solid evidence and a formula to the entire process, and that's a bit more of what I want to share with you guys today. So when it comes to accelerating the process with your bigger goals, with your bigger visions and those desires, I truly believe that it's important. A really important part of this process is cultivating a vision that grows, a plan that grows with you. Type yes in the comments for me if you're someone who has had this experience where you create a vision board, or you start a New Year's resolution, or you set some kind of theme for yourself at the beginning of the year. And then a few weeks or a few months go by and you recognize that you're focused on something totally different. Like the goal that you set in January isn't even your highest priority anymore, or there's stuff on your vision board that a few months into the year and you're just like, yeah, whatever when it comes to that thing. Let me know if you've had an experience like that before. I know that I have. And so I had this breakthrough in 2020, this method that I've been using ever since, of a growing vision. And this is how I began reverse engineering these concepts that I coach on, which absolutely changed everything for me, because this concept of a growing vision is suited for entrepreneurs, it's suited for big dreamers, it's suited for those of you tuning in who like to create and like to expand and continuously grow and learn more and more. So it helps you to map out your goals and your visions and hit your targets in a way where it doesn't have to be this set in stone process that's really boxing you in. It's something that's more flexible, flowing as the vision is growing within you as someone who is creative and expansive and ever growing and learning. So it makes sense that you shouldn't be in total alignment with a vision board or a resolution or a goal that you set in January when you get to March or July or September, because if you are someone who's really going for your goals and really looking to manifest your dreams into a reality and grow them, and you're working on yourself, you should be a different person by that time of the year, right? You should have changed and expanded and learned more. So the concept behind the growing vision board is that it has moving parts. We break it down into 4 really simple sections. The first section is your 3 to 5 year goal. This is where you put absolutely everything that you're hoping to achieve in the next 5 years. And if I just said that and something came up for you and you're like, I know that would be one of the things in my 3 to 5 year box, type that in the chat or in the comments for me now. I want to see some of those goals that you guys are working on. This includes experiences, things that you want to try, stuff that you want to have, places you want to visit, goals in connection to your income in the next 3 to 5 years, your health, your happiness, your relationship, all of it in just total fullness. And I always encourage my lucid entrepreneurs to go the full mile with this. Really put yourself in that lucid dreamer state where there's no limits. Don't box yourself in with this and think like, oh, well, you know, in 3 to 5 years, I'd love to go to this place, but we're in the middle of kind of thing. Forget all of that. Just go for it. Then in the next area, we take these things and we break them down into yearly goals. The things that we can take some action on or start achieving within the next upcoming 12 months. Things that are working towards those 3 to 5 year goals. So for example, if one of your goals in the next 3 to 5 years was to host an amazing luxury retreat in your area of expertise, then one of your goals for the next 12 months might be something like securing a retreat venue or starting to design the skeleton of the retreat, things like that. Then from there, you want to break these down into your quarterly projects. We split the yearly goals into 3 to 6 projects for the quarter. And this is where a lot of that flexibility comes into play for you, because you want to set different projects for different areas of your life, the things that you are vibrating with and excited about the most in this season, in this chapter of your life. So that might be your business, it might be your lucid dreaming practice, it might be a different spiritual practice you're really focused on. It might be your relationships, your finances, whatever area that you're currently feeling super energized, motivated, and pulled towards. By focusing on that during that current season, and then each quarter or each couple of months, you get to switch these out to reevaluate them so that constantly throughout the year, you're staying in alignment with your vision, with your growth, with what's motivating you in that area of expansion that you want to work on. Finally, you'll break down those quarterly projects into weekly projects. So if we go back to our previous example where your yearly goal was securing that retreat venue, maybe one of your quarterly goals was finalizing a retreat skeleton. And so maybe a weekly goal is just something like bullet pointing a few ideas to include in that skeleton. Super simple, right? And by using this process, you ensure that one, the things that you're doing on a weekly basis, no matter how simple, no matter how small, they are leading you towards those bigger, oftentimes feels out of reach 3 to 5 year goals. Number 2 is that you don't end up giving up on the projects that you're working on because you have such flexibility in this growing vision with what you're working on each season or each month or each quarter of your life. You can switch it up weekly or bi-weekly and ensure that you're working on something and laser focused on something that you're feeling passionate about and excited about towards on a week-to-week basis. Number 3 is that you're able to build up momentum and actually stay consistent with something by having this kind of flexible process in place. And number 4 is that ultimately this ensures that you are able to reach your goals faster. I'm going through this at a very fast pace for you right now, but this is something that has completely changed my life by just implementing this simple process and reverse engineering in this way. It's enabled me to hit all of my business and personal and spiritual goals last year. I'm on track to do the same this year, and I'll tell you now, because of this reversing, I have goals this year that I've set which are 5 times bigger than last year, 10 times bigger than I even feel comfortable with. But the thing is, because of this process, I am fully confident that I can hit them. So if you're someone who needs support in putting something like this together for yourself, or you know you do better with the extra accountability, or you're interested in going through this in a little more depth or as a group, I'm actually running this exact group coaching session in depth over 90 minutes this Friday inside the Lucid Entrepreneur Lab. It's just one of the many weekly group coaching topics that are available to you. And so if this is sounding like something that you would really benefit from implementing, experiencing, you'd love more techniques and strategies like this that are going to just fast track you and accelerate you towards your goals.
It is life-changing, both personally and professionally.
The process of really stepping into the next level of my entrepreneurship in ways that I hadn't even realized I was blocked, because the dream world reveals to you not only what's possible, but also what maybe is hidden.
But I've learned so much about how lucid dreams can benefit my future and my business, and it's been such an exciting adventure already, and I cannot wait to continue on.
I love the way she structured the course and how it's so clear and kind of step by step. So for a complete novice like me, who only really had a very vague idea of what lucid dreaming actually was, it felt really accessible.
I feel more focused on exactly where I want to go, and I am so grateful to be part of this course. It will change your life. It will change your mindset. It will give you tools that you never knew you wanted. Like, it's seriously amazing.
But I have to say that Lana is an amazing teacher of the class, and I would suggest anybody taking it. It's definitely scholarly, like college level kind of course, and it's an 8-week program. So check it out.
Even if simply on a one-on-one basis in her dream coaching, I think that's extremely valuable.
If you are on the fence, if you are thinking about getting into your dream life, I suggest getting lucid with Lana.